Talk About Dispatch, episode number 27. We're in week 12 of the NFL season. Our New England Patriots are 9-2, shattering season expectations so far. For me personally, I had them at 9 wins in total throughout the season. So obviously they're ahead of that. They beat the Jets on a short week. They play the Bengals this Sunday, and we'll get into all of that before the game. Celtics finally above 500 for the first time on the season, but my expectations for this team are very quickly shrinking. I do not think they're that good of a ball club. They have a lot of issues. Josh is not here today. He's having car issues, so he's taking care of that. So we won't get into the Celtics talk. And the Boston Bruins are the most shocking Boston sports team this year. Besides the Patriots, they're the biggest surprise. I thought they were going to be ass, and they were in the lead of the Atlantic Division at some point earlier in the week. I don't know if they're still there, but I thought they would be one of the worst teams in hockey, and they're going to be a scrappy playoff team. And our Boston Red Sox, they made a few offseason moves. I think they're gearing up for something big, and there's been a lot of talk about whether it should be Alex Bregman or Pete Alonso. We're not going to get into that today because that's just so far away for now, and there's something much bigger on the horizon that's getting closer and closer for our Boston sports fans, and that is playoffs. We're getting so close to it. We're going to be getting deep into the playoffs as our New England Patriots are have the highest playoff odds percentage according to some places. Now, those are all just whatever numbers they want to throw at the book, but they have like a 92% chance to make the playoffs, which is just so interesting to think about. A year ago where they were, we were already thinking about the NFL draft and who we wanted. We're going to get into all of your classics today as well. We'll pick every single NFL game. We're going to sightsee, and we'll race to get Sarah's Louis bag. But speaking of Sarah, let's have Sarah set the tone for the show. Sarah, take it away.
I'm just happy that we're playoff contenders. There's really nothing else I could ask for. I'm not even asking for a Super Bowl at this point. I just want to see the playoffs. I want football till February. That's all I want.
Well, I think football till February means Super Bowl. I think it means Super Bowl.
I know what I said. I know what I said. Yeah, I think last week, Thursday night, I will admit, I teach preschool, so I get up early. So I fell asleep in the middle of the first half. So unfortunately, I missed most of the game, so I don't have much to say about it. But going back to the Bucs game the week prior, I'm just happy. And there is one thing that I saw on social media today. I don't know how true it is. I don't even remember what account it was from. Stevenson is back and he's healthy. And he was saying that Henderson did a good job while he was away, but he's back and he's ready to prove himself. I personally think they should keep Henderson as the starter.
So I'm just taking a quick look at Patriots injury report on Patriots.com. He was limited in practice, but I don't know if on Wednesday. Today's Thursday, so he's limited yesterday.
It was on Instagram. It wasn't Patriots or anything, so I don't know how accurate it is, but it kind of got me thinking, when this does happen in the future, because Stevenson's not going to be out for the season.
No.
He's going to come back in the next week or two, hopefully. But who are they going to start? Are they going to split it? Or is
I think you'll see I think it'll definitely be a much more split backfield. He was in practice today. I don't know. They haven't released if it was limited or full yet on the injury report on the website. He is targeting a return this week, so it'll be very interesting to see how they handle that. And I fell asleep right after the third Henderson touchdown in the game. He scored. I rolled over on the chair and I passed out like an old man in my dad's chair. Nice. And it was a bad look. And he's like, "Hey, go to bed." He hits me like an hour later.
Yeah.
But it's the Jets. And you work school, I work morning radio. I'm up at 3:45. I was gassed.
Yeah, I don't blame
you. But you touched on something I want to get into very briefly because Thanksgiving is next week.
It is.
And I think it is a good time to get thankful. Around the time of the year, thankful for what you have. And I've thought about this, and Patriots fans should be so unbelievably thankful for Drake May, Mike Vrabel, Robert Kraft, and how fast this rebuild has gone. And it was a long 5 years, and it was a very pathetic 5-year rebuild. We had one winning season. We had 2 years back-to-back where they were 4-13, where they had a combined record over the last 2 years of 8-26. It wasn't pretty. But within 5 years, they have found their quarterback, their coach, their culture. It takes teams decades to find that sometime. The Jets haven't had that since Super Bowl III with Joe Namath. The Browns haven't had it since Jim Brown was there. The Giants haven't had it in almost 2 decades as well. It's amazing how lucky. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of luck, but it's just amazing how fast it turned around. And we should be so thankful as Patriots fans, especially the young ones like us, Sarah, who have only experienced winning with this franchise. And that 5-year gap was it was unimaginative football that we couldn't have ever thought we would ever see from our New England Patriots, because we were just so consistent for so long. So the fact that they're already this good, 9-2, legitimate Super Bowl contenders, best team in the AFC 5 years after, it's insane. It is absolutely insane, and we should be so unbelievably thankful.
I am thankful, and I am ungrateful about the fact that the Broncos have the number 1 seed and we don't. But there's still time to change that. Also, I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I'm sick of like my parents being, or just like people my parents' age being like, you never know, like you don't understand what it's like to lose. Like when we were growing up, like the Patriots were ass, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I just had 5 years of it, and that was 5 too many.
So I will give the old heads credit. Now we had a very long 5 years.
Yes,
they had like 30 something odd years of just. They had 2 Super Bowl appearances before they won in 01. They had an 85, I think, where they got bent over a barrel with no Vaseline by the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
And then they played in Drew Bledsoe's sophomore season or rookie season. They went and lost to the Packers, I believe. And it was Brett Favre.
When was the Squish the Fish? Was that a playoff game?
I have no clue.
Squish the Fish? I feel like that was a Super Bowl.
No, they went to play the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. It might have been like an AFC.
I think it was a playoff, maybe wild card.
It could have been. I mean, I have no clue. Maybe with Dan Marino down there, but Dan Marino never won anything, so I couldn't tell you when Squish the Fish was. But the fact that they have just turned this around so fast, it takes teams decades, and some teams never get there. Texans never been there. Jags never been there. Lions never been there. And the Lions have had some really good players over their history. So the fact that they're able to figure it out with what really isn't 5.
I figured it out. It was 1986 AFC Championship win.
Because then they went on to lose to the Packers that year, I'm pretty sure. No, 86 was the Bears. It lost like 45-3 to the Bears.
Yeah. No, 85. The 85.
85, yeah. 85. I mean, they were.
Sorry, it was the 1985 season, but it was in January 1986.
Yeah. That always confuses the bejesus out of me, because you know how I am with numbers. I am so bad with numbers.
I know, I was pathetic.
I mean, you barely showed up, and I didn't help myself by watching Harry Potter. But yeah. I'm just bad with numbers. They don't correlate in my head. Huh?
You kissed ass, though.
For what?
When the professor's kid came in.
Okay, but that kid was a baller. And that was my dog. Shout out that kid. He's probably like 10 years old now. I'm getting old.
You're getting old?
We are getting old.
I'm going to be 25. You're going to be 24.
I'm going to be 23 in June. We're getting old, Sarah. My back is killing me. We had a basketball game last night, and I'm sore. Given we suck and I'm out of shape, but I'm sore.
It seems like a you problem. You should start doing cardio.
No, I played a lot of minutes last night, and I was hustling.
I haven't gone to the gym in over a year.
I was going to say, I'm out there hustling. It's just the first shift. I come off the first shift and I'm sucking wind, and I feel like I'm going to throw up. But then after that, I'm fine. I just need like a 5-minute break after the first shift.
And you have to drink water, not soda.
I bring a water to the game. But yeah, just should be so thankful that our Patriots are back in the spot. And yeah, we should be very thankful for the schedule they've had this year.
Yes.
That's part of the reason. I'd give it like 5% of the reason that's why they are where they are.
I definitely think the easy schedule plays a role, but like we still had to play the Bills, and we still had to play the Bucks and the Falcons. Like we still had some challenging teams there, and when we get to playoffs, I'm scared shitless. I don't want to play the Chiefs. I'm sorry, I don't.
I don't disagree with you.
And it's not because I don't think I can beat them. Like I think we can beat them easily. I don't think we can beat the refs.
See, the thing with me is if it comes down, and we'll get more into the playoff talk in a minute, but I do want to touch on this Bengals game a teeny weeny bit. I don't know why I said teeny weeny.
We're both so tired that we're hallucinating. So
this is my day off, and all of it is sleep. Literally, all of it is catch up on sleep today.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Especially if I'm up at 3:45 in the morning. And
Yeah, fuck that.
this is literally all I do is catch up on sleep on my day off. It's my one day off in like 14.
I'm so happy that tomorrow is Friday. Like, I don't think you understand.
Yeah, the Friday work isn't that bad. Friday work's never that bad.
Honestly, Thursday is worse than Friday for us. I don't know why, but like the kids, they turn into animals.
It's usually like every day is cool for me, so I don't have like a day that's bad. Like Monday is like, day 2. This is when the work week really starts because I work Sundays and I produce the Sunday show. But that's super fun and I love doing that. And Monday's like, all right, you have 2 more days of waking up at 3:45 before you get to sleep in. And then Friday is fine because it's like, then I have Saturday off usually.
Yeah. I like it that way too.
Yeah, but back to the playoffs. The thing that scares me the most about the Chiefs isn't the refs. It's just Patrick Mahomes. And I know you hate Patrick Mahomes, Sarah, and he's having a down year statistically, and he has the past few years. But at the end of the day,
I don't think he's that good.
You can have that opinion. But there are 2 quarterbacks who have beaten Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. One is retired and calling games for Fox, and the other is Joe Burrow, who's not going to make the playoffs this year. So if that trend keeps up, they will be back in the Super Bowl. So that is what scares me. If they have the ball, if it's a 1-score game, they have the ball last, I'm terrified.
They're in the hunt still. They're not in wild card right now.
Yeah, so there
is a very, very small chance that they don't make it.
They're the 7 or the 8 seed. I have the numbers. We'll get into that. We will touch back on this conversation, but real quick, the Bengals this Sunday. Don't want to look too far ahead before we touch on this week.
Yeah.
I couldn't be less afraid of this Bengals team.
Honestly, I'm not either, especially with having Jamar Chase suspended.
So Chase is suspended. Joe Burrow, I think, is going to play this Sunday. I think he was a full practice yesterday and today. And yeah, your eyes go wide. I'm not afraid of Joe Burrow. I really am not afraid of Joe Burrow.
I'm just happy he's back. I love Joe Burrow. That makes it a real game.
It shouldn't be a real game. This Bengals defense is horrible. They are the number 2. Drake May should have... There's a lot of talk about Drake May not having a 300-yard game. He should get it this Sunday. He hasn't had a 300-yard passing game before in his career. Drake May should get it this week. The Bengals are the 2nd worst passing defense in the NFL. The only team worse than them is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have allowed the most passing touchdowns in the NFL. He should go absolutely stupid on Sunday with how much he throws the ball.
He's my quarterback.
He should. And I think Trey Hendrickson, their best defensive player, is going to be, he's questionable as well. I don't know how he practiced at all today.
I don't know what his current status is.
But they should destroy the Bengals.
I'm not saying anything, but it does make me a little nervous. I go into every week being nervous. That's just how I am. Like, even against the Jets, I was like, well, what if this is like the one time that they win?
Yeah, like the trap game.
Yeah, like what if it's like the one time?
Which is why the schedule, sorry to cut you off, which is why the schedule argument is so stupid. Because you see teams in the NFL, you see bad teams
winning,
good teams all the time. The NFL is terrible this year. The NFL as a whole is just awful football this year.
It is so up and down this year. Like, I'm sorry. I feel bad for the people out there that sports bet. You're excluded. You suck. You're bad at it. I'm sorry, but you are.
I'm tanking my Louis bag picks this week now.
Huh?
I'm going to tank my race to Louis bag picks this week now.
Okay, I don't care. It's not like I'm actually making money off of these bets.
We're down $60 as a whole.
I know. I'm so mad. Mine should have hit last week. Fucking Devontae.
You're the only one who had hits last week. Josh and I both went over 6. Josh and I combined went over 6. It's not my fault, though.
I love the fact that the 2 that hit are the 2 people that you guys make fun of me the most for liking.
Travis T. Higgins is still a bum. I can't wait. He better have 0 yards this Sunday. I can't stand T. Higgins right now.
He's going to do well this weekend.
No, because Jamar Chase is out, so Gonzo's just going to play him one-on-one the entire game. He's going to get locked up.
That's fine. He's not on my fantasy team. I don't care.
But going back to the Bengals, I'm just not afraid. Like, not afraid. And with the schedule, we talk about the NFL being bad. The Pats have won these, what you would call trap games, where they beat the Falcons, they beat the Panthers, they beat the Browns, they beat the Jets, they beat the Saints, they beat the Titans, these quote-unquote trap games. So yeah, none of those teams are going to make the playoffs, and I wouldn't even call them good. And I wouldn't call them good. The Browns are probably the toughest matchup just because their defense is legit.
True.
But they still found a way to win, and at the end of the day, you can only play the teams in front of you. You don't make the schedule. You got to chop that tree down that's placed right in front of you no matter what, and just move on to the next one. And that's what this team has done every single week. They have found a way to win the game, not lose, and they're not perfect. Their first drive, they allowed the other team to score on the first drive almost every single game. But then they lock up. It's honestly, I've never seen anything like it, where they come out of the gate and they're half asleep. The other team scores, and then they're just nails. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. If they could literally just come out of the gate like that, it would be 10 times less stressful for Sara.
Literally, thank you. No one understands that my anxiety is literally, like, I tell people,
anxiety the size of the planet. Understand it?
No. My anxiety is centered around football, and people don't believe that. Like, football increases my anxiety, but it also calms it at the same time. Like, when I'm having an anxiety attack, I watch old football games. Like, I literally have them saved on my DVR, and they're the most random games.
DVR
they're not
like a throwback term.
What?
DVR is such a throwback.
I record them. Like, I'll record.
No, but it's just such a throwback. Games. Who the hell uses a DVR these days? Everything's
like
streaming.
I have games from like 2016, like 2012.
10 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah. So like, and they're not like Super Bowls, AFC, playoffs. It's like literally just like week 10, Patriots, Bengals. Like, they're just random games.
2016, they played the Bengals in week 5 because that was Tom Brady's first game back. But
okay, whatever. I was just making a random example.
I know. It's just that's the one game I can remember from that 2016 season because it was Brady's first game back from the suspension. And he just took the Bengals and put them in a barrel and shot them.
Yeah. But a lot of people ask me, they're like, well, how can it calm you down but also cause you anxiety? And it's because of fucking 2018, I went to the Super Bowl, and it was the worst night of my life. Actually, worst 48 hours of my life. But
yeah, that's a tough weekend for you.
Go into details. But yeah, I don't know. But I still, like, I freak out. Like, I don't do well during football. But at the same time, it's my favorite part of the weekend. So I don't know.
Yeah. Chiefs, I wouldn't be too worried. It's not the easiest game yet because the Titans are statistically the worst team they've played. The Titans are awful. Even if Burrow plays, I'm not scared. Passing defense, second worst in the league. Drake May should cook them. Trayvon Henderson, I feel like should run all over this team depending on who starts. I think it should really be more of a 50-50 workload. 60-40 if you want to. Henderson should start getting more chances. He scored 5 touchdowns in 5 days. That's very impressive. He's not fumbling the football. Yeah. He's explosive out of the backfield. If you want to bring Stevenson in for more of a pass blocking back and really define their two roles as here's your pass blocker, here's your run, your runner, and maybe you can have you got to switch it up so play action passes and stuff like that so the defense doesn't know based on your personnel exactly what you're doing. But if that's the kind of the role you want to give them, I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, that's Henderson's weakest point is pass blocking and pass protection. Mm-hmm. And while I'm not worried about the Bengals, pass rush, especially if Henderson's out, at some point in time, you still have to worry about Drake May is the team. Injuries are kind of hitting the team right now. Milton Williams is out for 4 weeks.
Don't even put that out there. Just stop talking. Just stop talking. You're not even going to put that out into the existence. Like, just shut the fuck up.
If he's gone, the season's over.
Season's over. Shut up.
Astronaut's not bringing you to a Super Bowl.
Shut up. I will leave.
All right, let's move past this Bengals team then, Sarah. I know you won't talk. I know you won't predict the game. We'll get to our predictions later. But I'm not scared, and I don't think you should be either, especially if Jamar Chase is out. And before we look at the playoffs and talk about who scares us, the fact that the video was clear as day. Like, you could not have been caught in better quality spitting on another man. And then, he has to say, no, I didn't do that. I guess he doesn't have to. But the fact that he's in the locker room after, I never opened my mouth to that man. No, I did not spit on him. And then you look at the video and it's just so clear.
Okay, I don't care. I don't care that he spit on him. Like, whatever, do what you want to do. $500K?
I would be, no. Well, so here's the reason it's $500K. It's because it's his game check. So that's what he's losing. So it's not it's not a real $500 fine. It's okay, you're suspended. You don't get paid for that game. He makes $500K per game is why it's that expensive.
$500K per game. Jesus Christ, I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah.
But I can't play football, so sucks.
Can't play NFL football.
Yeah.
I believe there's a professional women's league.
Making millions. Like, fuck that. I could be a commentator.
I don't know. I mean, if it's on some site where they allow you to swear, yes. On like regular FCC channels, not a chance. Not
Why?
a chance. Sarah, you would see somebody tackle Trevor, and you'd be like, "You," and just every other word is a swear, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, we have to fire
You're
you."
fired.
Huh?
They'd be like, "Yeah, you're fired."
Exactly. Get out of here. So you can't say the F word 27 times in 2 minutes, Sarah. You just can't.
I don't.
Well, that's what they would say to you.
I was like, when have I done that? I don't recall.
I'm sure at some point you have in your life.
Yeah, but not on video.
No. So yeah, not afraid of this Bengals. There was something else I was saying, and now I forget. Jamar Chase. Yes, yeah. Jamar Chase. It cracks me up. It really just cracks me up how he was like, I didn't do it. And the fact that Twitter, and I love Twitter. It's such a scummy society on Twitter. But the fact that he got community noted by Twitter, and it was,
he got what?
Community noted. So when somebody tweets something fake, like the AI or whatever will be like, no, this is actually false. Here's what happened. And the video below says, you can clearly see Jamar Chase. You can clearly see in the video Chase spitting on Jalen Ramsey. And honestly, props on Ramsey for not swinging.
I thought he punched him because he got ejected.
He might have, but like...
he got ejected from the game.
Okay, so he definitely did that. I only remember the spit. And the fact that he got that big of a loogie is crazy. In the middle of the game, like I would just have no spit whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, you don't hydrate.
No.
Yeah.
Still though, it's just insane that I would have swung. If somebody would spit on me, it's all hand, like I'm dropping the gloves. I'm full fist breaking my hand on the guy's helmet. I just pulling him down by the helmet. I would swing.
I've had someone spit at me before.
It's just fighting more. It's literally fighting
more. I didn't fight her. I walked my ass right up to the bouncer, told him who she was, and I ruined her whole weekend.
I would have just.
Because the thing about Martha's Vineyard is that all the bars are owned by the same person.
Fair, so they just kick from all out. Fair. I mean, yeah.
Best part, it was her bachelorette weekend. Sorry, honey.
You just can't be spitting on people. You can't be doing it.
A tourist. I was like, bitch, I live here.
You just can't be spitting on people, especially in this day and age with COVID now and everything we know. You can't spit on people. You can't.
And it was 2 years ago, so it was like.
Still wasn't COVID, but.
No, it was the summer I turned 21, so it was. Holy shit, it was 3 years ago.
Still that with, modern medicine and, making sure that you stay safe and all that. You can't be doing that. You can't be spitting on people. It's like biting. You can't bite people. At Mike Tyson.
Literally, I teach my preschoolers, you don't spit on people. Hands down. Don't
somebody bite me than spit on me, though, I think.
Same.
It just depends how, aggressive they're biting me. Neither. Yeah, neither.
Preferably neither.
But I think I'd rather be bit than spit on.
As long as you're not spitting in my face, I don't really care.
Well, you want to spit on, you spit on my arm or whatever, but if you spit on my face...
yeah. No.
And it's, in anywhere from below eyebrows to, melt up, and I can feel it.
Sorry.
No.
But if you touch my hair, I will skin you.
So not spit, but touch it?
Touch, spit, pull, ruin, damage, whatever you want to call it. Don't touch my hair.
All right. So that's your most, that's your Mach 10 right there. Okay.
Yes.
I think spitting would be mine. I really can't think of something worse than spitting.
Considering that I have
maybe a kick in the crotch.
Yeah, that's fair.
But at that point, I don't have the energy to get up and fight. I'm dead. I'm just dead on the ground.
You're down on the ground.
There's nothing left to fight.
I'll be like, I'll fight for you.
Yeah, I'm just dead on the ground, screaming in pain.
But then I just beat the shit out of the guy because he can't hit me.
Unless he's Ray Rice.
I was gonna say he might.
Depends on the guy.
True.
But yeah, crazy. So the Pats catch another break there. Jamar Chase won't be playing. They don't have to worry about the number one wide receiver in the AFC. So that's a break the Patriots catch.
Everyone's going to be like, they won because Jamar Chase is out. I'm like, no.
They're going to kick this team's ass without Jamar Chase.
Even with him.
They love Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's not him. Well, okay, Joe Burrow might play. But even then, I'm still not afraid of this Bengals team. They're 3-7. Their defense is comparable to a D1 college program. It's terrible.
Yeah, because they lost Joe Shiesty.
Their defense, not their offense.
Same difference.
But looking far ahead, Sarah, because we were talking about this on Sunday, because on Sunday, we got to actually watch every other NFL team, because there was no Patriots. So that means, unless you're Sarah who was watching the Jaguars for some odd reason, you watched an NFL Red Zone, you channel surfed, you bounced back and forth, and you got to watch the other teams in the NFL. And you saw the level of play is usually up here. By this point of the season always starts slow because there's not as much training camp, not as much preseason. You can't practice in full pads. You can't really hit. So the season always starts slow and sloppy football. We're over the halfway point now, and there is still a lot of sloppy football, a lot of bad football, and the level of play is just not where it has been in previous years. So the Patriots, again, that's what gives me extra faith, is they've consistently gotten better each week, and they are a step or two above the average level of play in the NFL right now. The teams in the NFL, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Bills, the Ravens, and the AFC, and the NFC. The Eagles, the Eagles are winning games, but they're ugly games. The Lions are losing games. The Bucks are losing games. The Rams are good. The Seahawks are good. But besides that, I'm not that afraid of that many NFL teams right now. There are still some in the AFC that I don't want to meet up in the playoffs. But if you're telling me I'm taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs, easy dub. They won't make it there because I think the Ravens are going to come and take that spot.
I hope so.
Chargers, Jags, Bills. I'm not afraid of that many teams right now in the NFL.
I personally, just for my own selfishness, want the Patriots to play the Jags.
Understandable. That's your guy. You want to watch that
I want that to happen. That's my matchup. That's my dream matchup. But I'm also scared about it because I know we could win. The last time I went to a Patriots-Jags game, we won 50-10.
Yeah, belt to ass.
Yeah, so I'm not nervous, but I feel like that would be the perfect scenario for me because I obviously have a clear team who I'm rooting for. I will always and forever root for the Patriots no matter who they play. I just wanted to see Trevor. I had never seen him play in the NFL. I've only ever seen him play in college. And I just wanted to see him play in the NFL and score a touchdown. And right as we were walking out, he scored and I missed it. And I was heartbroken.
Can't leave early, that's why.
Well, it was 50-10. We wanted to beat traffic.
Yeah, but no disrespect to your Jags. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not.
I'm not either.
They are such a weird, not even just because I'm not the big, I'm not a Jags fan and you know how I feel about Trevor Lawrence. They're such a weird team.
Yeah.
They can beat they beat the Chiefs and blow out the Chargers, but they'll lose to the Giants or whoever the hell they play, or the Dolphins. It's so weird.
They can't play teams that are equal or below them.
And that's so many teams in the NFL, I feel, where they just play up and down through the competition while the Pats are steadily playing at this very consistent level.
I will say, I think one of the best football games I've ever watched was when the Jags played the Chargers in round 2 of the playoffs.
Yeah, and they had that crazy comeback where the Chargers fell apart.
Oh my God.
Chargers right now is slotted as the 6th seed, so that's your final team in the playoffs that, depending on where the season ends, right now the Patriots would get the Bills in the first round, I believe is how it would work.
I don't like
the first round bye. I think, no, they might get the Chargers. I might have it wrong.
See, I don't like that either. I want that easy team to come in or get that first round bye. But also, I don't love the first round bye.
So right now, with the way the standings are set, the Broncos are your number 1 seed because they have the strength of schedule, while the New England Patriots are they have the strength of schedule, I believe is how it goes.
Yeah, it is.
Or no, they have the best win percentage in conference games is how it goes. So the Broncos are 6-2, the Pats are 5-2 in conference games. So the Broncos are the 1 seed. They get the bye. The Patriots right now are slotted to play the 7th seed, which will be the Jacksonville Jaguars if the season ended as of today. And then the Colts get the Chargers. The Steelers and Bills would battle it out because the Steelers are 6-4 and they have the division. They get the divisional spot.
Would it be?
It would be at Gillette. So every game would be at Gillette, unless they played the Broncos in the AFC Championship game if the season ended today. Now, it gets interesting because we were talking about this in the group chat. Watching that Broncos-Chiefs game was so polarizing for me because I want the Chiefs to lose because I'm afraid of playing them in the playoffs. That is the number 1 team I am scared of in the playoffs. They are, I believe they're below 500 right now, and only 9% of the teams who start 5 or worse through 10 games have gone to make the playoffs. But with the way the NFL is this year and how bad the teams are, I think the Chiefs can still sneak in. Very easily still think the Chiefs can find a way into the playoffs. So I want them to lose, but I also want the 1 seed, so I don't want the Broncos to win. It was so, you were rooting for a tie, honestly, is the way it came down. You were looking for a tie. So it's just so interesting, and that is the one team, Sarah, I want to avoid like the plague in the AFC. I'm not that afraid of the Bills. We saw the Bills this past weekend. Yeah, they blew out the Buccaneers, but Josh Allen had like 4 turnovers or something crazy along those lines, and they will go as far as Josh Allen will take them. Now, while the Patriots, yes, they're going to go as far as Drake May will take them. Their defense is solid. Their defense is, they have the number 2 rush, they have the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL. And when it comes to running the ball in the playoffs, we saw it last year. That is the most important thing. It led the Eagles to a Super Bowl on the back of Saquon Barkley. So if they can stop running teams that need to run the ball, like the Bills and James Cook, who is the only offensive weapon besides Josh Allen on the team, I'm not that afraid of Buffalo, especially since the fact they went into Buffalo and beat them. They're road warriors, so I'm not afraid of that, even though it looks like they're going to have, depending on how the season ends, and they end 13-4, they'll probably have home field advantage for most of the playoffs. The Broncos, I'm not scared of whatsoever.
But you know what? I think home field advantage is fine.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's really not. For us, it's not.
Depends on where you play. Like the Broncos, because they have the elevation, that is a home field advantage. The altitude there is a home field advantage.
Yes. And if we play the Broncos, we can't even say like, oh, well, the weather here, because they have cold ass weather out there too.
Yeah, they just have the fact that they're like 1,000. They're higher up than everybody else, so there's you're sucking wind out there. I think if I played a game there, I would die.
I think I would too.
But when it comes to the team, I'm not afraid of the Broncos. I don't know about you, Sarah. I think Bo Nix is so unbelievably average, but their defense is rock solid. But we've seen the Patriots beat bad. I don't want to say Bo Nix is bad. I'd call him average, maybe a little bit above average. We've seen the Patriots beat really good defenses, but not that impressive offenses. They beat the Browns, and now the Broncos are better than the Browns. I don't want to say that. They're the same, but they're very similar makeup of teams, whether it's the defense is the star and the offense is second. So I'm not afraid of the Broncos, and I'm not afraid of the Colts. Those are your other two teams that are 9-2 in the AFC. Broncos and Colts, and neither of them scare me. Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP this season if he keeps up what he's doing. It'll never go to him because it's a QB award, and Drake May will get it, or he should get it if it goes to a quarterback. But I'm not afraid of the Colts. Daniel Jones at some point is going to come back down to earth. He's going to return to the mean. And I'm not afraid of Danny Dimes.
Next, I think he's playing the Chiefs this week.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to predictions. I wrote it all down, but couldn't tell you. Yeah, they play the Chiefs. Wrote it down, forgot about it. So that'll be an interesting game to watch if you're a Patriots fan. I don't know what time the game is at, Sarah. If you have that pulled up in front of you.
I can't see. 1 o'clock.
I think it's a 4:00 game.
1 o'clock.
Okay, so it's a 1:00 game. I lied. So you're watching it alongside the Patriots. You're flipping back during commercials.
Or just check the score on ESPN. Who cares?
Sometimes you like to watch a little bit of the game, but I'm not afraid of the Colts.
Not when the Patriots
Indiana Jones scares me. Danny Dimes is not, and I expect to see Danny Dimes in a high leverage situation. So they don't scare me. The only other team
I just put together the Indiana Jones
because he plays in Indiana.
Yeah, I just put that together.
12 weeks in, and Sarah's got Indiana Jones.
For some reason, I don't know. That was not clicking.
Okay. Well, it takes time. Everybody learns things at their own pace, Sarah. I'm not going to pick on you.
Tired. Good. Not even funny.
But yeah, maybe the only other team in the AFC besides the Chiefs that scares me are the Ravens because, yeah, they're better than their record because they were incredibly injured, and I think they will overtake the Steelers at some point in time and win the AFC North. And Lamar Jackson is scary because you saw what Justin Fields did on Thursday night where he was able to, when he just tucked the ball and would run with it. Jesus Christ. It presented a little bit of a problem, and Lamar Jackson is 15 times the ball player Justin Fields is.
Mm-hmm.
So they scare me. But given they have very limited playoff success, the Pats have none. They have none. Zero, nada, zilch. And that's the only other thing that scares me about a potential playoff run is how does Drake May, how do the rookies, how do the young guys rise to that level of playoff caliber play? Because the game doesn't change. It's still 11 v 11. Game doesn't change. But the atmosphere and all of that is, what's the word I'm looking for? It is turned up to the max. That's what I was looking for. I'm trying to find the words. And that brings a different level of anxiety, pressure, and how do they handle that is what I'm worried about. Because the playoffs are a different beast. Everybody is going 125% every single play. Different than the regular season. And how do they match up?
And you never know if it's your last game.
Yeah. Of the season. So that's what scares me looking ahead. It'll be a lot more interesting when it gets closer because you have teams on the bubble like the Texans who don't scare me. The Chiefs I'm afraid of. The Ravens I'm afraid of. And those are your top 10 teams in the AFC. And then very quickly, if we look out west, two teams scare me out west. And that's the Rams and the Eagles. Eagles have that championship pedigree. Yeah, they're playing ugly football, but they win the games. And the Rams, if anybody besides Drake May is going to win the MVP, it should be Matt Stafford out there with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and that explosive offense. And they don't really rely on running the football. So those are the only teams that scare me when it comes to playoffs. Now, given that could change with 5 weeks left to go in the season, see what happens and see how teams are playing. Maybe the Chiefs hit their stride, and I'm deathly afraid of the Chiefs, which looks like it could be a very, very realistic first-round matchup.
No, thank you.
I think they're going to get in, so I think you need to start rooting for them to just win out so they become like a 5 seed. So then you don't have to worry about them. I think is ideally the situation because you either don't want them to get in or you want them to become
let the fucking Broncos have them.
Yeah, well, the Broncos are the first round bye. So
I know. But if they make it through wild card, which I'm assuming they will,
and they're the lowest seed, I don't think we get them. No, because if they're the lowest seed and we're the 2, so it'll become a lot more. It'll be easier to tell when it gets closer. But if the Pats drop to the 3 seed and then the Chiefs become the 7 seed, we dodge them because we'll play the 6 seed. Yeah, we'll play the 6 seed. If we're the 3 seed, we'll play the 6 seed, and the 2 seed will play the 7 seed. So it'll be interesting to see if the Pats play games with the standings when it gets a little bit closer. But still a few weeks away from that. But it is creeping up, Sarah. It is.
I know.
As Natasha Brettenfield, I don't know what the hell her last name is, but the chick who wrote Unwritten, it is so close you can almost taste it, Sarah.
Yeah,
it is right there, the first playoff berth since Mac Jones' rookie year. It is that close.
And like, I'm ready for it to come, but at the same time, I'm not.
It's going to be so nerve-wracking. Just so worried about my boy Drake May out there, my king.
You sound like me with Trevor. I'm never worried about Trevor.
You should be, because I don't think he's that good. But
well, no, I meant like hurting himself.
Oh, Drake. I'm not even that worried about Drake May injuring himself. I'm really not. Because you see a guy like Jackson Dart, he plays recklessly and he gets injured. I don't think Drake May plays that. I mean, yeah, there are times I want him to get down and get rid of the football, but I don't think he's playing as reckless as some say he is.
Just think. I think New England is just not used to seeing a quarterback that runs.
No, we had Tom Brady, who was the most unathletic quarterback I've ever watched in my entire life.
Uncoordinated runner I've ever seen in my entire life. But the most quarterback in NFL history.
He had cinder blocks for his feet. It was insane how slow that guy was. He was just so unathletic. It was awesome. I love it.
It is funny because you're like, oh yeah, this is the best quarterback in NFL history, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is him running. This is.
You see combine picture too from 2000. Yeah. He's just the ugliest bastard too.
Yeah. I feel like Gronk did something with that picture.
I'm sure they've all clowned him with it. I'm sure it's been all over the Patriots locker when he was here. But we're looking ahead at games. We've been talking about Colts sheets. Sarah, let's start getting to every single NFL game for the week. Let's start predicting them. First up, Thursday Night Football tonight. We have Bills at Texans. Bills. Yep. They need the win. I would need the win to stay in the not stay in the hunt, but get that lead a little bit. Josh isn't here, so I have to do all this work now. So let me move this. There you go. We have Steelers at the Bears, Sarah. Bears. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is out. I think the Steelers are just due to fall apart at some point. I really think they're fighting above their weight class. Pats at Bengals, you won't predict, but I am taking the Pats, and I think it should be a landslide victory.
It's time for not Joe. What's his name? You just said Aaron Rodgers. I think it's time for him to retire.
Yeah, I think he should retire soon. He's also, I don't know if you've seen this thing with his wife. Did we talk about this last week?
We talked about it last week.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Me either. But hey, some people are private.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to yuck his yum. If he's happy, doesn't bother me. Next up, we have Giants at Lions. I'm taking the Lions. Bouncing back after a bad loss against the Eagles. We have Vikings at Packers. I just can't figure this Packers team out whatsoever. They are my Super Bowl pick, and if any team plays up and down the competition, it is this Packers team.
Wait, who was it?
Vikings at Packers. With all that said, I think JJ McCarthy is such a bum. I'm picking the Packers.
I know. I'm going to take the Packers.
Can't stand 9. 9 is the stupidest alter ego I've ever heard in my entire life. Such a bum. It's a bitch. Next up, we have Seahawks at Titans. I'm taking the Seahawks. Titans are terrible.
Seahawks.
Now we have the big game of the week, Sarah. We have the Colts at the Chiefs. And it's the same thing I was talking about with the Broncos, where you want the Chiefs to lose, but you don't really want the Colts to win because you don't want them to pass you in the standings. I'm still taking the Chiefs. I think they figured it out this week.
I'm taking the Colts.
All right. She's taking Indiana Jones.
I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
We have Jets at Ravens. I'll be taking
Ravens. I said I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
I said and I go, it's Patrick Mahomes slander. I just know it. I don't know why I asked. We have the Tank Fest for the number 1 pick. We have the Browns at the Raiders.
I'm going to go Browns only because they have such a solid defense, but they have Shedeur Sanders starting for them.
I think that is the only thing that'll make this game interesting.
I think I did just butcher his name. What's his first name? Yeah, I said that right.
Close enough. I don't think he's going to come find you.
I don't know how to say it, so I apologize.
It's whatever. I mean, I'm taking the Browns as well. I kind of rooting for Shedeur a little bit. I think he's getting a bad rap.
I do too. I don't know him personally, but I feel like a lot of things on the internet can be taken out of context. And
I do think he's been flipped to fail a little bit over it with the Browns, getting no reps with the first team in the first 11 weeks of the season. I don't think it's like an NFL conspiracy. I just generally think the owner made Stefanski pick him, and Stefanski wants nothing to do with him. So he's in a bad spot. Regardless of how you feel with the kid, everybody should get the best chance to succeed in the NFL. It's such a 0.001% of people make it. He should get the best chance to succeed, regardless of how you feel about him and his dad. Yeah. Next up, we have your team, the Jags, at the Cardinals.
Trevor.
So I'm going Cardinals because you think you think the Jags would win after they beat the Chargers by 1 billion points. But it's the Jaguars, and they're going to lose to inferior teams. I'm taking the Cardinals. Next up, we have the Eagles at the Cowboys. I'm taking the Eagles because the Cowboys suck.
Hold on.
You have breaking news?
In my world.
Oh, not my world. Okay, I'm going to give you
It is football world.
Okay. Football adjacent?
Yeah, Travis Etienne's hurt.
Okay, not ending of the world. Eagles, Cowboys. Should I put you down for it? I don't care.
Who?
Eagles at Cowboys.
Eagles.
All right, next up we have the Falcons at the Saints. I'm taking the Saints. Michael Penn. No, Kirk James is coming in. Michael Penis is injured. I'm taking the Falcons.
Don't care.
Tampa Bay Bucks at the Rams.
Don't care.
All right, I think this should be the game of the week, which we'll get to in sightseeing. I'm taking the Rams, even though the Bucks desperately need it. And then Monday Night Football, we have Panthers at 49ers. Panthers at 49ers. I'm taking the Niners.
49ers.
Niners with
his shoulder.
With Brock Purdy. And then Denver, Miami, Chargers, and Commanders are all on buys for this week. So that's every single game. Let's get to sightseeing, Sarah. Can't wait I wonder what two teams Sarah's going to pick for this week. All right, sightseeing. We do it every single week. We look around the NFL. We pick what we think will be the best game of the week that we would like to stop and watch, and which game we think is going to be the worst game of the week, which we will just drive right on by and refuse to watch. Sarah, I can't imagine what game you were stopping to see this week. It's a great slate of NFL football. What game are you going to stop to watch?
The Jags, obviously. And obviously the Patriots. That's the only thing I watch.
Every single week. Every week I wonder, and I just can't believe it's the same.
I'm a very by-the-book person.
Rigid.
Like, I swear I have OCD. Because, like, I watch one football game, and then I'm just like, I'm done.
All right. And then which game are you not stopping to see? Which game do you think is going to suck?
Whatever I said, I don't care to.
So you said I don't care to the Falcons and Saints, and the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Rams, which is where I'm going to start for mine.
I'm going to say Falcons Saints because I feel like it's just going to be a blowout.
I just think it's going to be ugly football. Just ugly football. You have you have Kirk Cousins in there, Drake London's out, and you have Tyler Shuck, whatever the hell that kid's last name is, in for the Saints. The Saints are bad.
I scratched myself. That hurt.
I will be stopping to watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams because I think this is the potential NFC Championship.
You have a man crush on Baker Mayfield.
I don't have a man crush on Baker Mayfield. I think this is last week. I said the most exciting game of the week would be Bills Bucks, and for a while it was, and then they got blown out by like 15.
No, and it was the freaking Broncos Chiefs.
Well, it depends. I mean, lower scoring. I'd have to go back and look at all the games.
What are the better games?
Lower scoring?
I think so.
It was close. It was definitely closer. It came out of the wire. It definitely wasn't. Both were good games. I think Bucks Rams the best game on the slate. The Rams are playing really good football, and the Bucks, this is their last chance to get a very quality win before they play the Falcons, Panthers twice, the Saints once, the Dolphins, and the Cardinals. So this is their last chance to really lock in and get a big playoff win before heading into a set of games they should win no problem. They shouldn't lose a game after this week. I'm still taking the Rams because I think they're the best team in the NFC as of right now. And the game I will not be stopping to watch. The Seattle Seahawks, the Tennessee Titans. You can't pay me to watch a Titans game these days. You can't pay me to watch it. And while it's not the worst two teams playing each other because the Browns and the Raiders play each other and that game is going to suck, at least that game has, you can say, ooh, I get to watch Ashton Genty, who's exciting and fun to watch and I thought was going to be better. And you get to see what Shedeur Sanders does. And however you feel about him, that is something you want to watch. It's interesting. He's so polarizing in the NFL. I can sit down and watch whether he goes up there and balls or he goes up there and sucks. There's going to be a storyline after it. You're going to see people talking about it. So I want to watch and make sure I'm well informed to talk about it with people. I can't find a reason to watch the Seahawks-Titans game. I can't. The Seahawks are a top 10 defense in the NFL. They're number 9. They're going to put the business to the Titans. It's not going to be close. Sam Darnold is having, again, a career year, and JSN is having, he's arguably a top 3 wide receiver in the league. He's up there. It's definitely, when it comes to wide receiver tiers, Bettas and Chase, and then Puka Nacua might be in there. But then the next tier down, that's where JSN is. AJ Brown. Puka Nacua, if you don't put him up there with those top 2 receivers. So it'll be fun. It's just not going to be fun football. It's going to be a blowout. And I can't say I want to sit down and watch that game whatsoever. So that sightseeing we do it every single week. Sarah picks the same team she wants to watch. What are you going to do when the Jags have their bye yet? I was going to say, what are you going to do when the Jags have a bye? But we've already crossed that bridge. But now it's time to get to Sarah's favorite segment of the week, because there is something that Sarah wants.
Really badly.
More than anything in life that Sarah wants. Some would say she needs this.
I do need it, but it's not something I want more than the most wanted thing I want in life.
That the most wanted clothing item you want.
It's not
accessory.
It's an accessory.
My most wanted accessory.
A purse. I just want a goddamn Louis Vuitton bag, man. Ask for? Jesus Christ.
But it's time for us to raise.
What the hell? Why are you questionable, you piece of shit?
So Sarah's looking at players, is my guess. So we do this every single week. We've been doing this for the past 2 weeks, and we have not been doing good. The first week we were all one off. Last week it was a bad week for us, Sarah. You were one off. You were one off. Josh got swept. He didn't pick a winner. And I got swept, and I didn't pick a touchdown score. Now, in my defense, I thought DK Metcalf scored the opening touchdown of that Steelers game, because I thought he wore 14 still. I'm not going to lie. And I saw...
That's fair.
I think it was kind of Gainwell broke off for like a 60-yard touchdown. I go, bang, one in the hole. And I go and check my little FanDuel, my Fanatics app, which is where I gamble. And I don't see him score.
Did you actually place that bet? I place my parlay every single week. I feel like it's fraudulent if I don't play. And now I play like 3 or 4 parlays. I mean, I've been very upfront and honest. I don't sports bet. So like, yeah, I will always bet. I think it's just the way I want to be. People who tune in and listen, I want them to be able to trust me. Like, I'm not going to throw a parlay out there and then not play it myself. I feel it's such like a fraudulent liar. People aren't going to trust you. People don't want to be your friend if you do that. Especially if I'm a degenerate gambler. Like you and Josh places it on Fliff. He'll put $1 on it on Fliff. But he's also picking like Woody Marks and Luke Musgrave to score. So it pays out a good chunk of change. I think it's just bad podcast hosting if I don't place my own parlay. Like, if I don't have faith in my own parlay, why would somebody else have it? Now, given I went 0 for 3 last week, but it's not my fault. Drake London got hurt. I thought Jason got in the end zone. He didn't. And DK Metcalf, I thought, wore 14. But we're going to back out of this week, Sarah. We are currently down $60. And as a whole group, we have not won yet. Sarah, what 3 players are you going to pick this week? First, I have an update. Daniel Jones is hurt. So Anthony Richardson's playing this weekend? Might be that way. Calf injury. So that'll be interesting, because Anthony Richardson stinks. Baker Mayfield's hurt too. I think he's playing now. Okay. Yeah, London is doubtful. Okay, I'm going to go AJ Brown. All right. Love him. What's your face? Devontae Adams. Good pick. And Nico Collins. And tonight, pick a game that's not Thursday Night Football. Shit, sorry. Sorry, Josh is about week 1 too, and we've realized it doesn't work well for the graphic on social media. By the way, you should follow us, Duckboat Dispatch, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We don't have a Twitter. Oh, wait, is it week 11? No, it's week 12. Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren is one of my favorite rookies in the league right now. I will do the math and tell you what $10 pays out. Let me open my little Fanatics Sportsbook, which is where I do my gambling personally. I think it's the nicest sportsbook, but I'm not sponsored or anything. You should be. I wish. That's my dream, is to get sponsored by a sportsbook. So you took, let me find the games. I'm really bad at finding the games. Tyler Warren, plus 190 to score a touchdown. Plus 190. That's what you want. You want plus. Plus money. Really? Plus money pays out more. You took AJ Brown, who is plus money. And Devontae Adams is minus money. So your $10 would pay out $14 on this parlay. Hey, that's the highest I've had yet. Depending on that. So odds are always subject to change. So they're going to change by the time we get closer to the week. But as of right now, today, Thursday, November 20th, your parlay, $10 would pay out $100. What did I say? $19? 14. 114. Thank you. So I like those picks. The AJ Brown one scares me the most, just because that offense is so wonky and they don't throw him the football. It's so weird, but he's super, super talented. I like Devontae. He is the number 1 red zone threat, I feel like, on that team. And Tyler Warren is a dog. A dog. Yeah. He's a dog. I love that kid. Jesus Christ. Huh? That was too much. He's a dog. So my 3-leg parlay to help get us to Sarah's Louis bag. I'm also going to pick someone from that Cowboys game, because the Cowboys defense sucks. Yeah. Saquon Barkley has not gotten the end zone, which feels like forever. Saquon Barkley plus money to score this year. I feel like that's a really good bet.
It's even money. You pay it 1-1. So I'm going to pick that at plus 100. Lamar Jackson to score a touchdown. They're playing the New York Jets. The Jets, as we have talked about, are a very, very bad football team. So I'm going to take a very, very good player to score against a very, very bad team. Lamar Jackson at plus 190 to score a touchdown this weekend. I feel like he hasn't gotten the end zone in a while. And then my highest odds pick, Kayshon Boutte, coming back off of injury this week. If he plays, Kayshon Boutte plus 270 to get in the end zone this week against the number 2 worst passing defense in the NFL. I can just see it. Kayshon Boutte, deep ball, Drake May. Boutte brings it down. I make a ton of money. $10, Sarah, would pay out a whopping 200. I lied. It would pay out a whopping $199.
Not much.
So we will get Josh's picks as well at some point. Josh not here today, sadly. We'll get his picks. Josh has had the highest odds every single week, but he's also picking guys like Luke Musgrave.
Yeah.
Which I will not let him live down. Now, Kayshon Boutte, if he doesn't play, I'll just substitute with Drake May. And Drake May will run in for a touchdown. Which it'll lower the parlay odds a little bit, but I like this one a lot. This is my favorite one I've made. So if I could change my freaking keyboard on my phone on freaking, there we go. I had it at numbers. It wouldn't let me change it. So I could put pays out $199. All right. So that's our race to a Louis bag. We were down $60. We need to get to $5,000 to get Sarah's Louis bag. Slowly but surely chasing away. And now we could get an extra job and pay for that. But that's no fun. That's no fun. We're going to gamble our way all the way to this Louis bag, Sarah.
Too much work.
It is too much work.
Sit on
my couch and place bets. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well, fucking Xander's already hit 2 massive bets this year. I'm like,
maybe you should get your picks from him.
No, I like my picks. You know who makes picks? Do you know who makes his parlays?
Who?
Me.
Is there proof? I don't know if I can believe that, Sarah.
He builds them and I look them over and I approve them.
Oh, you get the stamp of approval.
Exactly. So he does all the dirty work. I just, because I can't pick someone to save my life. But then
I started off
that
the season on an absolute heater. The first 2 weeks in the group chat, first 3-4 weeks, I was just banging out wins. And now I'm ice cold. It's all right.
Xander, he hasn't bet since he won the 780.
I would be gambling like the next 3 weeks off that money.
No,
so good for him.
He put it towards his mortgage.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, good for him. I'm still living at my parents' house.
The 560 went towards the mortgage. The 780 went to the roof. We have real bills that we need to pay.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Yeah. I didn't think I would be either.
I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Yeah. I'll just gamble more when it gets there so I can afford to pay my bills.
Sure. My boyfriend's 23 with a mortgage. So.
Good for him.
Proud of him.
Couldn't be me. Let's go do it for today's episode, though. Duckbill Dispatch, episode number 27. Our New England Patriots are 9-2. They've already smashed. If they win this week, they've beaten my win total for the season. And Sarah, you can laugh, but if they win in 2 weeks, they beat yours too. So you're just as wrong as I am.
If they beat mine, I'm totally okay with that.
I'm not mad if they go over. I'm just mad if they go under. And they're going to go over what it looks like. I think 13-4 is the most realistic and final season record. Just wish I took the over on the win total, but I took Drake May touchdown over, and I took Stephon Diggs receiving yards over, which looks like they're both gonna hit. So I'm gonna make a lot of money, Sarah. And I'm gonna invest that right back into gambling. But that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Sarah was here. Josh wasn't, sadly. We'll get Josh back next week. We'll talk some ball, Celtics ball next week. Maybe we'll have a Red Sox trade. Please get rid of Jaren Durant as soon as humanly possible. That would make me a very, very happy guy.
He's so pretty.
You can watch him be pretty on a different baseball team, just not in my Red Sox uniform.
Watch him on a different baseball team. I don't even watch him on the Red Sox.
Well, you can watch him when he comes to town and they give him a stupid tribute video for no goddamn reason, because they give out tribute videos to everybody these days.
Hey, Brad Marchand deserved that.
Yeah, Marchand deserved his. Jaren Durant would not.
Well, he didn't get one, asshole.
I'm just saying, if he does leave and they do give him one, I think that's stupid. They give out tribute videos to way too many people these days.
It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, but they need to be. It's like retiring jersey numbers. It needs to be a standard. You got to meet that standard to get there. Like Gronk deserves a tribute video. Deserves to be, Patriots Hall of Famer for sure.
Jersey retired?
No, the only jersey that should be retired for the Patriots is 12.
Brady.
Only one. If they want to put him up on like the wall in Patriots Place, I'm all for it. For it.
Man.
But no, they shouldn't retire it. Only one number should retire it, and that's 12.
12.
And then in 25 years, it should be 10 for Drake May. That's going to do it.
What is it, 38 for, 38 Stevenson?
36?
34.
30 something.
32?
It is a shame Josh isn't here, because I wrote on the rundown 5 minutes for Josh to talk about TreVeyon Henderson, and he just couldn't be here.
Just have him send in a video from like the couch.
Maybe we'll just have him do one for the Instagram. TreVeyon, I can't spell this dude's name. TreVeyon.
32. I was right.
32. I knew he was in the 30s.
Yeah, McCourty's.
Yeah, big Devin McCourty guy.
I love McCourty twins. Can't tell McCourty to save my life, but I love them.
No, they look identical.
Identical.
They do different facial hair. It's the only difference.
Oh my God. But even that, I can't.
Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you. Speaking of Josh, though, he's going to get a graphic for the Louis bag picks. He'll get them up on Instagram at some point in time, hopefully before the games on Sunday. Any odds, Josh's picks will be on there, so make sure you go follow. This week, we're going to win some money. So follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe on YouTube. Be a friend, tell a friend, share it with a friend.
Sharing is caring.
Be a friend, tell a friend, sharing is caring. Share it with a friend. That's how we're going to end the show. We'll be back next week, hopefully celebrating another Patriots win.